I believe in miracles.
Is it possible that just a plane crash could have collapsed these buildings, or would it have required the sort of prior positioning of other explosives in the building? What do you think?
No, my sense is that just one, the velocity of the plane and the fact that you have a plane filled with fuel hitting that building, and I think it was simply the planes hitting the buildings and causing the collapse.
Where did you come from, baby? How did you know I needed you? How did you know I needed you so badly? How did you know I'd give my heart gladly? Yesterday, I was one of the lonely people. Now you're lying close to me, making love to me. I believe in miracles.
Reminiscent of those pictures we've all seen, a building was deliberately destroyed by well-placed dynamite to knock it down.
I believe in miracles.
This is the first time that we're aware of that a building over 15 stories tall has collapsed primarily due to fire. We did not find any evidence that explosives were used for the collapse of Building 7.
Where did you come from, angel? How did you know I'll be the one? Did you know you're everything I prayed for? Did you know every night and day for? Every day, needing love and satisfaction. Now you're lying next to me, giving it to me. I believe in miracles.
Steel structural frame buildings, high-rise buildings, simply do not collapse due to fire.
I believe in miracles.
There has never been until 9/11 an experience where a high-rise building that was steel framed completely collapsed.
Even one collapse, progressive global collapse, as they call it, would have been extraordinary. But to have three occur in one day was just beyond comprehension.
Yesterday, I was one of the lonely people. Now you're lying close to me, giving it to me. I believe in miracles.
It's this fused element of steel, molten steel and concrete and...
I believe in miracles.
You'd get down below and you'd see molten steel running down the channel rails. Like you're in a foundry. Like lava.
In an office fire, you cannot generate enough heat to melt steel. And yet we have evidence of molten iron.
They basically concluded that there was no evidence of explosives in the debris, even though they did not test for it.
That is the most unscientific thing that you can possibly think of, not to look because you don't expect to find evidence, and in fact the evidence is overwhelming.
Keep on loving me, darling. Keep on loving me, baby.